Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can probably tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, today I will be putting to the test the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. I'm very excited to try this product because recently I have been into my more of a light coverage foundations on a daily basis. This year I have definitely embraced my texture, my discoloration, my blemishes, and I actually don't mind them. I'm not perfect and I'm embracing it. However, it is not going to hurt if I do have a nice light sort of medium coverage foundation that I can wear on a daily basis that's going to hide, you know, my redness in the middle, some of the discoloration. It would be nice. So if you would like to find out what the Fenty Beauty Eaze Drop Skin Tint looks like and wears like on an oily acne prone skin, then all you have to do is keep on watching. As always, we will find out the claims before I get this on. I bought this on Harvey Nichols and it was £25, which obviously for a skin tint is definitely up there. I've checked, the Harvey Nichols and the Fenty Beauty have the exact same description, so let's just read one. The blur is real. Rihanna wanted to create an easy to apply flexible skin tint that instantly evens out your complexion and give a flattering blurred effect. Fenty Beauty's Eaze Drop with Hydro Blend Complex is perfect for a no makeup look or for when you want to look effortlessly put together. Available in 25 adaptable shade options for all. Instant blur skin tint in 25 flexible shades. Buildable light to medium long wear coverage with Hydro Blend Complex for a hydrating diffused effect. Smooth texture that layers well with primer and skincare. Applies well with fingers or brush. Humidity, sweat and transfer resistant formula. So I dampened my sponges for no reason because it does kind of suggest that you can use either your fingers or a brush. I'm going to try maybe all of the techniques, we shall see, but before I do that I'm going to put a little bit of moisturizer on. I did put on my morning skincare apart from my moisturizer just to get the skin nicely, you know, prepped, and just in case this is slightly matte. It actually doesn't say what kind of finish it's going to have, at least I didn't pick up on it, whether it's going to be like, well, not dewy, hopefully. If it's dewy, we're in trouble, but whether it's going to be like natural, matte, what finish is it gonna have, you know? Let's zoom it in and let's get started. Today is pretty much a perfect day to try this foundation because my skin has been pretty good recently, but I do still have some blemishes and some discoloration, so it will be a nice test. It does say to shake well at the back, so that's what I'm going to do. I didn't actually mention I have the shade 5 and they do on Fenty Beauty have a shade matcha. I'm going to put as much as I would with a regular foundation, and obviously because it's a skin tint, this is quite liquidy. It's not as liquidy as I thought it could have been, which is nice. And I'm firstly going to start with a medium that I personally prefer. This is my go-to. I love liquid foundations applied with a sponge, and I already kind of approve. Look at it, look at that, that looks nice, that looks nice. Okay, let's see the area of my face that gets the most breakouts, which is, you know, the lower section of my cheek. I'm going to finish this side of my face with the sponge as always. So at the moment this is very light coverage for me. It just hid a little bit of redness, especially of the spots, the redness of my face in the middle. It looks nice. So this is one layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. I said this is minimal coverage. Let's see if the brush gives us any more of a coverage. The issue I have with a brush and a formula like this, it just looks a little streaky. I mean, I can buff it in, but it definitely does not look as nice as the sponge side. It just isn't for me. Honestly, it's very, very rare. I have two foundations that I prefer to use a brush with over the sponge, and I've tested out what, like 30, 40, maybe even 50 foundations, so that kind of tells you a lot. Even though it does give you like a slightly better coverage with the brush, it just looks a little streaky, so it's not worth it. It's not worth it, girl. Don't do it. I just took some foundation. It feels like that's going to be too much because obviously fingers don't suck the product in. But wait. Why do I like that? Wait. That's so weird. Let's take a little bit more and see if I can, you know, get like a nice application on my cheek. Why do I like it? That looks actually really nice. This is the other side of my face with one layer of the foundation in comparison to my bare face. I'm shocked that I liked the finger application so much. This isn't going to be my preferred way of applying this foundation because I don't like to have foundation on my skin at any point really. You know, this annoys me, the fact that I've got foundation on my fingertips. However, let's see if I can build this coverage anymore. I do have plenty of the foundation left, and hopefully maybe I can be happy with the coverage, because at this point I like what it did to my skin. It does look nice, but at this point it kind of feels like, what's the point? If it covers just this much, I'd rather not wear foundation at all. This is more of like a confidence booster, a placebo effect more than an actual coverage. And I do feel like it built just ever so slightly, which is, you know, exactly what I wanted. If you want like a confident boost and if you have just like a slight discoloration, this is really, really nice, and I love the finish. I would say this is like a natural leaning dewy sort of foundation. However, this foundation is not the only product that I wanted to try from Fenty Beauty. I actually got a cream bronzer as well. This is Butter Biscuit, and I'm really excited to try it because you know me, I love my cream contours and cream products. It looks pretty nice. This should suit my skin. That does not look very pigmented, but I think it does just the right amount of something. That looks nice. That looks nice too. I'm so excited about these products. Now a close-up mirror. That looks nice too. Fenty. Yes, Rihanna. Let me do my concealer, let me do my powder, and then I've got one more product from Fenty that I want to test out today. I don't like to do this, but I will definitely have to do this with this skin tint. I'm going to have to powder my face because I just know it's not going to be long lasting enough by itself. I'm using my Kimchi Chic Puff Puff Pass powder. I really like it because it's nice and light, and it's not going to weigh down my skin all that much. And one more product. This is a Sunstalker Instant Warmth Bronzer, and I got the shade Island Thing. I wanted to get the Showbiz the one that Raw Beauty Christie loves so much. But I was worried it was going to be too light for me. I like my dark bronzers. I like to be bronzed. Let's just see, shall we? Yes, we shall. It's not too dark. I like how reasonably firmly this is pressed. It's not going to be, you know, a bad experience because of that. I like it. I like how I look right now. Okay, Fenty, this looks really, really nice. Let's see the time. It is currently 9:56, so 10 o'clock. Let the wear test begin, and I will see you at my first check-in in 2 hours. Alright, it actually has been 3 hours. Excuse the noise outside. My neighbours got a hot tub and they just are relaxing outside, even though it's like not even 10 degrees I think, but you know, whatever. 3 hours in and this is what my face looks like. There is a part of me that likes this so much, but there's also a part of me that's like, for that amount of money to get this coverage, is it worth it? Because I feel like I could get a similar coverage and a similar effect, similar finish, excuse me, I'm filming, with my Fresh Wear from L'Oreal. So I'm surprised that it's holding, because I am a little bit shiny in the center of my face. I'm gonna have to blot, but again, it's just like, is it worth the price? Because I'm leaning towards no. The foundation, or the skin tint I should call it, has rubbed off my nose a little bit. It is getting a little bit cakey in around my spot there. It does look a little bit cakey around my mouth. And obviously, we've established the coverage is minimal and it did rub off my jaw a little bit already. So, like I said, I think in the end, even though the fact that I like it and it's hopefully going to be reasonably long wearing, it's going to be a matter of money, at least for me. I'll have to see you in a couple of hours and then decide whether to recommend it to you guys. So far, it's not bad. It's actually going really, really nicely. If I don't look at the price, I like it. It's just going to be a matter of how long it can last on my face, and then in the end, my recommendation will probably be based on the price. So I'm just going to blot really quickly and then I shall see you in a couple more hours. Why do we stop having naps when we're babies? Naps are so good. I was so tired. I had a nap. I'm better now. It's been 6 hours since I put this foundation on and we can see there's some patchiness going on. My jaw is coming through. The skin tint didn't hold on my jaw, but that tends to happen quite a lot with me. Need to hide that piercing again because it looks like a glowing bogey. Anyway, do I feel a little orange? Yeah, I think I oxidized even more throughout the day, but overall, I kind of still like it. I kind of still like it for hour number 6, and for something to look like this still, I'm pretty happy. I mean, mind you, this doesn't have that much coverage, so whatever is missing, like around here, it's not that much, because I genuinely didn't have that much coverage there in the first place. I'm so confused by this review, by this product. Can you tell I usually don't test out skin tints, BB creams on my channel because I'm not used to this type of situation. Like, the coverage is minimal, so the rub off when it comes off, it's like, did I have a foundation there to begin with? I don't know. But like when I look at myself, I'm like, okay, not bad. Do you know what I mean? So I shall see you in 3 more hours, and then I will give you my final thoughts and the final kind of check-in, a final rundown. Let's see if I like this, if I think it's worth the money or not. I was hoping to take one more check-in in natural lighting, but as you can see in my window there, it's getting a little bit dark. It's not quite yet the season to be taking check-ins at 8 o'clock, because it is 8 o'clock. Therefore I've been wearing this foundation or the skin tint for 10 hours. I keep calling it foundation. I know this isn't an actual foundation. This is a skin tint. This is like a blurring moisturizer, tinted moisturizer situation. And I have to say that I'm really surprised that I do like it. It is nice, and I will carry on using it. Obviously, as you can see, I do have to mention I did work out, so my forehead is missing quite a lot of the skin tint. I had to dab it. I tried to dab as little as possible when I was working out, but obviously I am missing quite a lot of it off. This did wear off throughout the day really nicely, and it actually lasted a reasonable amount of time. Because it is such a light coverage, it is kind of fading away very gently, and you kind of don't notice super big patches. You can now, I'm number 10 and after I've worked out, but overall throughout the day it wore off quite nicely. That spot over here was pretty hidden throughout the day, I think. Again, like I said, for me, I would have to weigh the cost, and the biggest conclusion I come to always with something like a skin tint or a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer is that I would just rather buy like a medium sort of coverage foundation that can build to a full coverage, or can be shaded out by simply putting a little bit of moisturizer in it, or just by using a different type of application. If I were to take my favorite L'Oreal Fresh Wear foundation right now and use like a swiping technique with the sponge and then dab it a little bit, I would get more or less the same coverage as I had in the beginning. So overall, it is quite a good foundation, skin tint. I like it, but for me personally, I just wouldn't pay another £25 for such a sheer coverage. I would rather buy a £10 or a £12 foundation from the drugstore and get a very similar effect. Sorry to disappoint, that's just my opinion. Take it or leave it. Overall, if you're thinking of getting the skin tint from Fenty Beauty, it is nice. I don't think you will be disappointed. I hope you have enjoyed that. I hope you found it useful. I always love foundation wear tests, so if you have any foundations or any skin tints or any BB creams that you would want me to test out on my channel, let me know down in the comments below. But for now, thank you so much for watching. You are the best, and I hope to see you next time.